Israel Folau is in hot water yet again on his views on the LGBT community and homosexuality. He's already had a warning from the Rugby Union of Australia about his conduct online. He's ignored that, and they aren't doing anything to stop him, really. They can't afford to lose him from their centralised contract pool. They can't afford to lose him from Australian rugby. He is Australian rugby, the Wallabies' best player. Whilst all this is going on, there are rumours that he's trying to force his way out of the contract. He's trying to get himself out of the centralised contract, and I think this is the worst way to do it, because we've seen with instances of in recent times of individual players having interesting off-field antics, Paddy Jackson being one which has caused an outcry at Sale, with Stuart Olding. We've seen Zach Hardacre and his cocaine issues. We've seen other players, another codes and other sports. But what is happening here is he's clearly breached a code of conduct, whether his religious views are, of what they are. And Australian rugby are spineless. There's rumours linking him to the Queensland Reds for a season. There's rumours linking him to European Rugby League and Rugby Union. And there's rumours linking him to the NRL. But Australian rugby cannot afford to lose Israel Folau before next season's World Cup. He's an integral part of that Australian Wallaby side going into next year's World Cup in Japan. You take Israel Folau out of that team, they're average. You put him in the team, he raises the level of others around him. But I'm not even sure if some of his teammates want to play with him. He's becoming a very controversial figure very, very quickly in the last month or so, and it's getting out of hand now. Now, I'm not saying he's wrong to have religious views. Absolutely not. We live in a free and tolerant society. However, there is a law against hate speech, and I think he might be pushing the boundaries now a little bit with the constant attacks on a minority of the population who've now got equal rights in Australian society for marriage, tax relief, pensions, you name it. The LGBT community now has equal rights for same-sex marriage and other things that go with that in Australian society. So he's pushing the boundaries of hate speech now. And this is where I think religion has an issue in secular society. It's not compatible. So we have to look long and hard at ourselves as a society, but at the same time, he's got whoever's advising him is doing a really, I don't know if it's his wife or his agent, but they're not reining him in, because the image of Israel Folau is a great player, controversial figure. Sponsors may go, we don't want to sponsor you. Teams that he plays for, sponsors might pull out because he's playing on that team, and money in sport talks, and that could have an ongoing effect. Just saying. Now, I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I have got gay friends who are Christian. The irony behind that statement. So, on that point of things, yeah, I've got friends who are Christian who are of the LGBT community. The irony of that statement. But there is a point between having one's beliefs and then hate speech. And that line gets blurred quite a bit in recent times. And we have to be very careful what happens. But he's pushing the boundaries of having sponsors withdraw from sponsoring him. And he's on the boundary of losing his centralised contract, which is worth a fair bit of money. Because bearing in mind, there are salary caps in European Rugby Union and Rugby League. So he needs sponsorships to top him up. And sponsors may be like, we don't feel you're a good fit for our brand anymore. So it's an interesting one. But I'm going to leave that there. It's a difficult one. But he's pushing a fine line, and Rugby Australia are proving how toothless as an organisation they are about discipline and code of conduct, because he's clearly breached it, and they're doing nothing to stop him from breaching it again. Because clearly their warning or their meeting is just, that's that. But Rugby Australia is in a position where they haven't got enough good players anymore. The quality of the domestic game is falling, and they're losing players to Rugby League and AFL, and to abroad. So I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.